Alright guys, today I got something in the mail, and I tell you what, I'm really excited about this particular project for this reason right here. This guy stepping up here. I got bad knees and I really have a hard time getting out of the truck, so I'm going to go ahead and install this. When you open it up, all this stuff in here comes in this box. I took it out and laid it out for you all. You got your plate, you got your two pieces with rubber bumpers on them, and you got a bunch of screws to screw down the plate. These are long screws in case you have a bed liner. If you don't have a bed liner and you just got coating or bare metal like that, or painted metal, they give you these screws. Then they got 4 mounting screws. That's for the hinge ports right here. Then they got a couple of straps down here to hold the ladder in when you're going down the road. You know, keep it from flopping around. You'll see what I'm talking about. They give you an extra long screw if you got a bed liner. Again, short one. They got a washer right here, and then the holes for the straps, they come pre-drilled. That's pretty cool. All right, for tools, you're going to need a way to drill a 9/16 or a 9/64 hole. You're going to need a marker. You're going to need a hammer, a center punch, so you can drill the center of the drill bit up. You're going to need a 3/16 Allen wrench, the 9/64 drill bit for the hole. You're going to need a wrench to hold the nuts for the hinges when you install them. You're going to need either a number 2 Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips screwdriver tip to go in your drill. If you want a little extension, you can use that. You're going to need the side cutters. They don't mention that one, but that's to go ahead and cut the zip ties, or a pocket knife. Let's go ahead and let's come on over here and get it installed. All right, now for me, if you put it over all the way over right here, then you know it's going to get in the way of this latch, so that's not going to work. So for me, I'm just going to line the edge up right here with this panel that goes right on here like this. There we go. And then I'm going to use probably a couple of 2 long screws here. I'll use 2 short screws, and then I'll use 2 short screws here. So go ahead and take your marker and mark where you want those holes to be. There you go. And then for the long ones, I'll probably just wait till the plate's on and then drill the holes and sink the screws in. You can also just center punch them right here, as long as you make sure and line it up each time you hit it, and then you can go and drill your holes. Then go ahead and get your drill. Drill that 9/64 hole in there. And then go ahead and sink your first screw with your number 2 Phillips. There you go. Don't strip them out though. Make sure they go down, and that's it. Take your drill bit, put it back in, drill your second hole. Put your number 2 Phillips back in, sink your second one. Supposed to use about 6 of these. There we go. All right, now put your drill back in. Finish drilling all the other holes that you want to put screws in. Wow, those things strip easy. Not sure I'm a big fan of those. Alrighty. I don't like this one. If I ever need to work on it, I'm gonna have to take it out, so I'm gonna change that one out for another one. They got spares anyways. Alright, so I'm just gonna put a couple more screws in here just to be safe, and then I'm gonna call it good. Alright, the next part is just go ahead and grab your thing right here, put the rubber bumper on top, and then you might have to spread this open a little bit here. Set it on your little pivot point, put the screw in it, drop the nut on it with the nylon on the outside. Guess I should do it this way. And watch the sheet metal. You could cut yourself like I did. Silly me. And grab your 3/16 Allen and stick it in the Allen screw, and then go ahead and tighten it up. Go. And just snug them up. That way it's not flopping around when you're driving down the road. There you go. That works. All right, now you have two rods that go in there. One's just straight, and the other is a curved one. The curved one goes over here, right there. So go ahead and stick that rod there. Put the screw in it. If I can find the hole, there it is. Same thing on this side. On this one, make sure that the holes go towards the ground. There you go. Grab your nuts and stick them on there. Grab your tool and tighten them up. And if they're stiff, that's good. You want them to be kind of stiff a little bit because you don't want them flopping around all over the place. Now this one will interfere with this part a little bit, but it's no big deal. You could push the whole plate and everything a little bit towards here, but then it's going to overhang a little bit. So I felt it just to make sure that it was on a solid base. And I've seen other trucks where they had that issue too, and it hasn't been a big issue. All right. Now take the bottom, and we're going to install it on the bottom here, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Now they have these little clips right here where you just spring them out like that, and then they swing. So that's what we be using. Go ahead and do that to both of them. Spring them out like that. That way they're readily available. And go ahead and slide the pieces in here. There we go. So it's going to look like that. And slide the step ladder out. They say so it's got 15 degrees or approximately that much angle to it, about like that. And then grab your pin, stick it in there, put this portion on the back side right here, and pull it. It's a little hard to, there we go, just like that. And do the other one over here. Just slide this around until it finds the hole. There it is. There we go. Just grab that and pull it over. There you go. All right. Now this portion of it's done. Now you can go ahead and just walk right up into your bed. Just like that. All right, now the next thing we need to do is you need to clear out an area here. Grab your straps. Grab your screws for the straps and the washers. Take your tailgate ladder now, flop it up, lie it down right here. And I notice a lot of them usually sit towards the top. I don't know why, they just do. So if you don't want yours towards the top like that, make sure and go ahead and maybe angle this plate a little bit like that. You know, just angle it a little bit and you won't have that problem. I didn't think I was going to have that problem, or it was going to be important, so I just didn't worry about it. Next thing you need to do is install the strap. All right, this is how the manufacturer wants you to install the strap. They want it to be from over the top right here and go underneath. I don't like that idea. The reason is because when you do that, you have those round-headed screws, and they're going to be sitting up here and here. So if you're like putting cardboard boxes in or plywood or stuff, you're probably going to be dragging that right across the head of the screw and the strap itself, which could possibly wear it out sooner. So I've elected it elected to do something different, and I'll show that to you. And this is what I've decided to do. I've decided to go ahead and install that strap inside this groove right here. See how these heads are recessed, so when you're putting stuff on and off of your bed, it's not grabbing that screw. I'm going to do the same thing. So instead of going over 2 rails from this side to this side, I'm going to go 2 rails from this side to this side. So with that in mind, go ahead and put the straps where you want them, and go ahead and mark the holes and drill them. All right, after you drill your holes, go ahead and stick your item in there. Push those through your straps. Same thing, both sides. Grab your number 2 Phillips, drill it down. There it goes. All right, now to go ahead and install this, just push this button right here, that button right there, and install it from the top and pull it down the bottom like that and give it a yank, and it's not going to come undone. If you install it the other way, coming in from this side, it'll just pull off like that. The reason is because when you're coming in from this side, I just turned it over to show that, and you're pulling on it, it's forcing the clip in. When you're going the other way from this side, it's lifting the clip as you come out. So make sure you install it from the top like that. If you'd rather the button be on top, then just undo the screw down here and flip it over. Either way is fine. Right, now there's 2 different ways to install these brackets right here. You can install them with the bumpers down, or you can install them with the bumpers up, and that really depends on how far you move this plate right here this direction. And let me show you what I'm talking about here. So let's get this undone. There you go. The reason some people install it with the bumpers down is in order to protect the tailgate, but I've got mine set up in the angle so much that it's not even touching the tailgate. Even when I stand on it, it doesn't go down. But if you want to install it with the bumpers down, then go ahead and figure out where you want the bumper to sit on your tailgate, and then take that distance right there, and then whatever the corner is where you have it lined up where I do, take that distance and slide it over that much, and then that's where the edge of the plate will be now, and those bumpers will sit about right here then. And really the main reason I like it is when you close the tailgate ladder, these rubber bumpers are on the plate, and these 2 swivel points aren't sitting here going like this when you're going down the road. It's not rattling as much. So you're gonna have some rattle no matter what. You know, it's just there's no way to perfectly lock it, but this whole thing over here is not gonna be doing this. Your strap will hold it down. So, and that's how I put my strap. This clip does sit up a little bit, but it's not sitting out here where it's going to get rubbed in two. And then this one just sits over here. All right. So, and this is one of the reasons I made my connections tight, is when I lift it up, it's automatically just stretched out like this. See how it sits out like that, and it comes straight down? There you go. So that's one of the reasons I made these kind of tight instead of just floppy. But I really like the look of it. It works extremely well. I've used it several times now. This is not the same day that I initially installed it. It's a little bit later, and it works good. I gotta admit, I'm just really happy with it, and I hope that if you guys have bad knees, or even if you just like getting in and out of your truck a lot easier, I really recommend one of these ladders for you. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and find it useful. God bless you, and y'all have a good one. Keith Noneya out. Bye.